All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the operation on the calculator to run through the goodness of fit test with the support. Okay, so the goodness fit kind of like the chi-square test, but we're going to check how closely the observed data, which will be the actual data, fits with the expected data for a particular distribution. So make sure the goodness of fit kind of similar to chi-square test, but something special about the expected consideration here. So the degree of the freedom is just equal to the category minus 1. We get to go through the step to edit, enter the list 1 or list 2, but the list 2 adds your expected data. You had to do some calculation before you enter that. So the observe, which will be your actual data, you recall the scenario to collect your data, and that is from your information. So let's take a look at this example here. So blah, blah, blah. You will see survey 120 and that is the result. So this is served as my actual data. It's my observe. So that will be my list 1. And what will be my expected data? You get to read it. So here we go. When you read this one, they say that the media advertisement budget distribute according to the percentage below. So I have a percentage 30 for TV. Total, I have 120. So the expected data will be 120 times 30%. That's how I got 36. Same thing as the radio. I expect to 10%, so 120 times 10%, that will be 12. So now I got all my expected number. Now I can happily go to step and go to edit, and I'm going to enter this information. So first I need to clear all those old data. And now I can enter the expect. Now remember, I made the actual data observed as my list 1. So therefore, this will be my list 1. I get 50. I have 8. I get 34. I get 13. And I get 15. That's my observed data. Moving on, I just finished calculating expected data. So now I can enter 36, 12, 36, 24, and 12. All right, because that is the goodness of fit, so we got to go back to stat and run through the tests. Now use your eagle eye. Do you see my goodness of fit right here? GOF. Hit enter. Now make sure observe we agree L1. Expect is L2. Make sure the degree of freedom. So you know that how many categories are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the degree of freedom had to be 1 less. So 5 minus 1, the degree had to be 4. So you had to make this change on your own. Now I can make the calculator to do the calculation for us. Hit enter. Ooh la la, what you see is what you got. So to answer this question, my p-value is 0.0129, and you can see the degree of freedom is 4, which is good. And then based on the t-value, the p-value, you know that given the significant level, it's 5%. You get 0.0129, that's less than 0.045. So therefore, you had to reject the null hypothesis. Now, what will be the null hypothesis of your goodness fit? So remember, the keyword is the expected. So we do have the manager have something about the proportion, right? So the proportion should follow this expected 30%, 10%, 30%, 20%, 10%. So the null hypothesis will be exactly the as the expected. But now you know that based on the p-value, we had to reject that. So therefore, you can conclude the company needs to change the proportion of the advertisement to yield a better outcome. All right, and that's all for today. Thank you.